The New Age Movement, A Biblical Perspective. Written and produced by Chris Lovell. What is the New Age movement? The term New Age refers to a belief that the world is transitioning into a new era of peace, harmony, and enlightenment, often called the Age of Aquarius. This idea is based on astrological concepts that suggest we have been in the Piscean era since before the time of Jesus, Pisces being symbolized by the fish, which also became a symbol for Christianity. Now the belief is that we are moving into the Age of Aquarius, a period of universal peace and spiritual awakening. According to some astrologers, this transition will be completed by the year 2062. This idea of a new age became especially popular in the 1960s when songs like The Age of Aquarius from the musical Hair helped introduce it to mainstream culture. Lyrics like, "When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars." Celebrate the dawning of this new era, where harmony, understanding, and spiritual enlightenment are thought to prevail. The New Age worldview is often characterized by a focus on self-awareness, inner peace, and the belief that humanity can evolve into a higher state of consciousness, often without the need for a personal, all-powerful God. What is the New Age worldview? At its core, the New Age worldview is shaped by a few key beliefs. It blends spirituality, mysticism, and a desire for personal transformation, but it is distinct from traditional religious perspectives, especially those of biblical Christianity. God is impersonal. Unlike Christianity, which teaches that God is a personal being who desires a relationship with people, the New Age movement often describes God as an impersonal force or energy that flows through everything. This force is sometimes referred to as the universe or cosmic consciousness. Everything is divine. The New Age teaches that everything in the universe is interconnected and divine, meaning that all living things, people, animals, nature, are part of this universal energy or spirit. As a result, the idea is that humanity has divine potential within itself, humanity's divinity. New Age thinkers believe that humans can tap into their inner divinity and become enlightened. In this worldview, the goal is for people to realize that they are, in a sense, gods themselves. This is in stark contrast to biblical Christianity, where God is distinct from his creation. Spiritual transformation. The New Age emphasizes personal transformation and self-improvement as a way to reach spiritual enlightenment. Techniques like meditation, yoga, visualization, and channeling spirit guides are often promoted as ways to achieve a higher state of consciousness. Global transformation. New Age believers often envision a future where humanity, having achieved mass enlightenment, will create a utopian world of peace and unity. This idea is sometimes tied to the hope for a one-world government or a New Age messiah who will lead the world into this new era. The origins and influence the New Age. While the term New Age is relatively recent, the ideas behind it have ancient roots. Many New Age beliefs trace back to the mystical religions of ancient Babylon and are influenced by Eastern spiritual traditions like Hinduism and Buddhism. Over time, these ideas have blended with Western concepts like humanism, modern psychology, and even aspects of science and pop culture. As a result, the New Age movement is not a single organization, but a web of various philosophies, practices, and teachings. In the 1960s and 1970s, there was a growing spiritual hunger in the West, fueled by a dissatisfaction with traditional values and a reaction against the impersonal, materialistic focus of the scientific age. This created a vacuum that the New Age movement began to fill. People were searching for meaning, inner peace, and alternative forms of spirituality. The New Age offered practices that emphasized individual experience, self-discovery, and a connection with the cosmos. Why do some see it as a counterfeit? Although many aspects of the New Age movement, like health, well-being, and stress management, appear beneficial, most Christian scholars view it as a counterfeit to true biblical faith. They argue that the New Age philosophy often undermines the personal nature of God and promotes the idea that humanity can save itself through self-awareness and knowledge rather than through faith in God. In contrast, biblical Christianity teaches that humanity's problems come from sin and separation from God. Instead of seeking to elevate ourselves to a godlike status, the Bible calls for humility, recognizing God's sovereignty and authority, and seeking salvation through Jesus Christ. In summary, the New Age worldview offers an optimistic vision of personal and global transformation through spiritual awakening, but it significantly diverges from Christian beliefs about God, humanity, and the path to true peace and salvation.